So are you like in closing here? I want to just be very clear. Republicans could get Epstein's list out now. Like, how would that process work?
Simple. One subpoena to the FBI. Give me the list. Oh, you don't want to give me the list and you're going to break the law and commit contempt of Congress? We're going to take your money. We're going to take Chris Wray's private jet. Taxpayer-funded G5 rides across the country to his Appalachian State vacation home, down to Georgia, and all over the rest of the place. That guy doesn't need a G5 government-funded jet. And the second you take that money, you get Epstein's list.
Here's the problem, Kash, is that they shut down the Lolita Express. So how are these guys going to fly on a private jet anymore? It's really a quandary, my friend.
Oh, man.
He's the kind of guy that would say, hey, baby, let's get away. Let's go someplace, huh, where I don't care.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3. This is your Hill Report news break. Well, today, I hope you all are having a great hump day, Wednesday, a winning Wednesday. That's right. Wednesday is always a great day for you to win. But what I want to talk about today is one of the biggest personal switches I've ever seen. Have you ever seen a guy who, he was down and out and he was nothing, and he was talking about all the things that he would do if he ever got money or got rich? And then you see this same guy, he gets rich and he does none of that. He does the opposite. All he starts doing is getting hookers, drinking, and doing drugs. Until one day he's out of money. And then you start to see like he was just all talk. There's nothing that he said that he would do that he's actually going or intends to execute in his heart. His heart is nothing but deceit. His heart is really for gain. He is what they call an old-fashioned sellout. He is someone who does not do what they said they were going to do. These are the worst people to trust. Plus, it seems like you're a Indian white supremacist. At least be an Indian supremacist. I can respect that. I can't dispute that, but you're standing up for Donald Trump. You're standing up for, like, I don't even want to say the word, abuse of children. I don't know. That leads us to the question of the day for sure. Should Kash Patel be fired for the Epstein cover-up? That's a legitimate question because his tune was a lot different. And if indeed he didn't find anything when he looked at the files, then why was he saying all these things earlier? Why isn't he seeming as sincere when he's answering? Epstein trafficked to himself, according to the FBI director, Kash Patel. Epstein was put in jail. He died in jail. His girlfriend was put in jail. Their reputation was sullied. No one else was involved. The Prince of Wales, daggone Prince Andrew, had to go through all kind of changes because of this. The guy, just Mendelsohn, just had to resign as the ambassador from England to the U.S. over this. He trafficked to himself. I don't know. You guys, that's the question of the day. Should Kash Patel, FBI Director Kash Patel, be fired for the Epstein cover-up? He's probably, I'm seeing the pattern that Trump is surrounding himself with weaklings beyond measure. Kash Patel is the weakest I've ever seen. We'll be right back.
You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay.
Who are those cabinet members that Ghislaine Maxwell was referring to that that were part of this cast of characters associated with Mr. Epstein? Who are they?
The Deputy Attorney General took the aggressive step that no one else did and interviewed Miss Maxwell for 2 days, and we released the entirety of that transcript.
Who are the cabinet members?
I do not have that transcript in front of me. You're picking it piecemeal. The American public can read the entirety of that.
One last question, because you clearly won't tell us the cabinet members associated with Mr. Epstein. Let me ask you one last question. And that is, right after she gives this testimony in front of an FBI agent, among others, she's transferred to a minimum security prison not suitable for a sex offender like herself. Who made that decision and why?
The Bureau of Prisons.
The Bureau of Decisions made it in
prisons.
The Bureau of Prisons decided on their own, without any consultation with Blanche or anyone else, that they were going to suddenly, after this interview, completely unrelated to this interview, completely unrelated to anything she said, move her to a prison not suitable for a sex offender. You want the American people to believe that? Do you think they're stupid?
No. I think the American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements of inmates.
Not in the weeds?
What I am doing is protecting this country, providing historic reform, and combating the weaponization of intelligence by the likes of you. And we have countlessly proven you to be a liar in Russiagate, in January 6th. You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate. You are a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. WD3, your Hill Report news break. Could you imagine if Kash Patel really followed through on his promises from before he was FBI director? Could you imagine if we really had an honest person as or a strong leader as the Justice Department head, where Pam Bondi is? Could you imagine if we had people who were holding each other in account so that the system can run honestly and fairly, which would more reflect the will of the people? I don't know why Kash Patel has switched up the way he has. I can't say that he should be fired or he shouldn't be fired, because God reads the reins of the heart, and who knows that maybe there was nothing there and he can't bring himself to accuse an innocent person. Maybe he doesn't have the power. He's afraid of the threats. Maybe he can't stand up to what it would entail if he did what his job entailed. Should we bring someone in who can do more of a job and put themselves more at risk, being that there is a risk at exposing the president? That's what makes this whole thing so complicated, is that if anybody else was involved outside of the president, we even were able to resolve a lot of the Prince Andrew thing, the Mandelson thing, all the connections we're able to resolve and handle. But when you talk about the president of the United States, I can't say honestly that that is a simple fix. I can't say that is a simple solution. I can't say exactly what Donald Trump's role was in Jeffrey Epstein's life. But just to believe Donald Trump, and of course he's going to say that. He has a right to say that he wasn't involved with anything illegal. He has a right to say that. But there are people in place that would investigate that claim and see if it's true or not. But if those very people are the underlings of the person being accused, now that's kind of whack. So forget about the Epstein files. I don't even care anymore. It's bootleg. I don't care. So in my opinion, my official opinion is I don't care about the Epstein files anymore. FBI director doesn't care. Justice Department, Pam Bodney doesn't care. Donald Trump doesn't care. Half of Congress definitely doesn't care, not going to get to the bottom of it. Those who do want to get to the bottom of it, they're powerless to do so. You can get guys right on camera saying contradictory things of what they said, just what the evidence is saying, and it gets glossed over and nothing can happen. So we don't care about the Epstein files anymore. They caught Tyler Robinson. There's no other traffic people with the Epstein files, so it's a moot point. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up and put it in a bow and move on with the election for 28. It's WD3 Hill Report News Break. We're out. Should Kash Patel be fired? That's still the question.